I could call her.
Who?
Harmony Cobell.
Why would you do that? She runs the severed floor.
Not anymore.
I thought she might know how to get to Gemma. She's lonely through
No.
and through.
Yes.
She was raised by them. She's a soldier.
Not anymore. She knows
She
now
will
that
turn you over to them.
they're surely gonna eliminate her. But we don't want Harmony involved.
Okay, I have custody of his brain now. You don't. I'm calling her.
No. Worst idea.
Then I can't be a part of this.
What?
If you do that, if you make that choice, good luck.
You can't leave him like this. No. I can't do this without you. Are you kidding?
No, Harmony.
This isn't my choice. It's yours.
No, I need you to stay. I don't know what to do with this. What do I do if he wakes up?
Do not call that woman.
Do not call her.
Mark.
Chikhai?
Chikhai and Bardo. It looks like two guys fighting.
No, it's the same guy fighting himself, defeating his own psyche. Ego death.
Oh wow, that's meta.
I think I got onto the mailing list at the clinic.
Why are you wasting your time with us?
Why are you being an asshole?
Not, I don't know, it seems kind of weird.
Enjoying this.
You might be overreacting a little bit, Gemma.
Don't do that.
Do what?
Tell me how I'm feeling.
I have no idea how you're feeling.
Like shit. Beat to shit.
So, let's stop.
All of these hygienic things, you know, like making her look like a normal person, putting her in situations to test her. Why do I feel that sexual scene? Maybe it's just to test her.
Look here.
And how many Gemma do you have making these experiences like that? And for me, it's only a woman. Or a woman. It's about the fantasies, you know, the dreams of these guys.
Come on now, sweetheart. It's the last one.
That guy once again. He looks close to Kier, no? What Kier is supposed to look like, no?
I told you, you're done. Christmas has a funny way of coming back around each year.
I have the impression that he looks close to what Kier is supposed to look like.
It's always Christmas.
Let's go.
Into your room, I mean, into this room, it's always Christmas. You have a room for each of your fantasies. You're not making experiences on her, you're abusing her mentally, physically, emotionally, everything.
I love you too.
All of that, it's for that, you know, for abusing women, Gemma and others again and again by psychotic guys, and you, Gemma, you're the target of that guy. Like, is it about that?
How do you feel?
My hand hurts.
What room caused your hand to hurt?
Oh, tell me. I want to go home.
It's you everywhere, each time.
Your husband remarried last year.
No.
And he has a daughter now.
No.
I don't believe you.
You convinced her to come here at the beginning.
He's moved on.
Fuck you,
You've
no.
moved on too.
No.
In one of the rooms, what do you think? Do you feel yourself gravitating towards one room or another? Maybe you felt things behind those doors you never felt with Mark. Maybe I've seen it.
I want to vomit. Like I'm feeling bad.
Jeff,
I feel like that I have a pressure right there.
He dies at the end.
Go, Gemma, go! And I think that maybe the severance barrier, was not functioning that much at the end. Maybe she understood, or she felt, or she knew, or like I said, her body knew what was happening with him, abusing her like that again and again, like something. You're Mrs. Casey. When you're going on the severed floor, you're Mrs. Casey.
Hey,
Sure you don't want to go?
shreds.
That's gonna be like 20 minutes of it.
Yeah, but
Or I could stay.
no, you should probably go. I mean, this thing's gotta be into anyway, so.
Well, I'll be back at like 10.
Okay, that's the car accident night.
I said,
Oh no, I love you too. I'm sorry. See ya.
They meant it, them.
Miss Casey,
For sure you were warned.
Mr. Milchick,
I'm so sorry.
what's happening?
Nothing. Your Audi came in for a public art exhibition and found herself in the wrong elevator.
How long have I been?
If you wouldn't mind turning around and heading back in, it would be greatly appreciated.
Do you all know what is happening to her and surely to other girls?
Where's...
Thank you, Miss Casey.
It's making me so mad and so sad, I swear. I want to punch someone and to cry at the same time. For your entire years, you abused her physically, emotionally, surely sexually. They all know about it, they all are keeping an eye on it, her. This woman, she knows. Milchick, yes to know. They know about Cold Harbor, they know about Gemma. Harmony, she knew about Gemma. The test that she made with the candle, with Mark into the therapy session and all. That was on purpose. So they all know. I'm never gonna let her out. I'm so sorry. I remember that during the season 1, before we knew that Mrs. Casey was Gemma, she was written to be almost like the funny character, like we mocked her. I'm so sorry. You need to save her now, more than ever, now that we know what is happening to her.
Hey.
We're finishing! Putain. I'm trying to not let my emotions and my anger take control right now. I'm trying to summarize the facts to be like, did you really understand, Laura, what was happening? Didn't you go too far? You know that sometimes I can go too far, sometimes I'm making theories and they are wrong because I'm interpreting things. So really, right now, I'm trying my best to take the facts. We have, during this episode, Gemma into the present time and Gemma into memories with Mark, because Mark, is into that state where he's reintegrating all of the parts of him, innie and outie. But in fact, this entire episode is about Gemma. Gemma in the present time, Gemma with Mark, how they met, how they fall in love, the life that they had together, the fact that they wanted a kid. They had trouble to have one, she lost one, then they tried all of the things, with that clinic. It didn't function, they gave up, and at the end, the car accident, how she died. Like really, that it's about all of the memories that we had with her and with Mark, showing that they were in love with the good things, with the bad things, the difficulties, no matter what, they were in love. And I think that it's great to show us that, because for sure since the beginning of Severance we're spending time with Mark and we're seeing Mark and Ellie, Walkie Mark and Walkie Ellie falling in love together, so we are attached to them. Then we discovered that Gemma is still alive, that it's Mrs. Casey, so we were like, okay, a situation right there. I think that it's a good reminder to all of the fans that we're talking about a love relationship which was that strong outside. So that's great. Me, for sure, I'm more interested by all of the things which are happening into the present time of Gemma, with Gemma, truly. My theory about Gemma when she's not Mrs. Casey, what is happening for her, I had two theories. One, they are putting her to sleep. Second, they are letting her be Gemma into these houses that Petey, when he made the drawing, the map of the 7th floor, he made houses, so I thought that it was about that, free workers for women who were living into these houses. I don't know what I imagined, but I thought about something like that. In fact, it's so much worse. When she's not Mrs. Casey, she is Gemma, but in fact, she's waking up. She has to do all of these things, about hygienic, sanitary things, about, having a perfect body, a perfect health, a perfect life, all of those things, really an hygienist, I don't know how to say it with the right translation, all of that, following her stats, her numbers about her body. And then she has to go into rooms, different rooms, with different names, a few rooms each day, if we can call that day, because we don't know, in fact, for the chronology of time, how it's happening for her. These rooms, they have a different name and they have a different purpose, but inside of each of these rooms, it's the same guy, but putting her into a different situation. One time he was a dentist, one time he was that guy making her write later, Christmas later, making her say I love you. One time it was like each time it's a different situation. I felt since the beginning that everything was sexual about that it was the phantasms, the dreams of a psychotic guy who couldn't have a woman in real life, and who chose that woman as a target and who is putting her, in fact, in different situations according to his dream of the day, and really is choosing her clothes, her makeup, her hair. He's putting her into these different situations in which he has a control of the situation, he's a dentist, he's a patriarchal figure, is the guy who is going to save her inside of that plane. Each time, he's taking that position. For me, into all of these rooms, she was abused physically, mentally, psychologically, emotionally, sexually, surely also sexually, even if we didn't see it. For me, at some point it was sexual, and no matter what, it's about the dreams, you know, the things of that guy. So that's my interpretation of that. At the end of these rooms, she is coming to interrogate her to see if she remembers how many rooms she visited, the names of these rooms, to see if she remembers what happened to her inside of all of these rooms. You know, at first, like, not at first, but I had a little part of me who was like, maybe it's not a sexual thing and maybe it's to make experiences on her, like they said, to test the limits, you know, of the severance, the barriers of the severance. At some point, is she gonna remember? But the fact that he forced her to say I love you, and then when she asked to get back home, he told her not only that lie about Mark, who got remarried and has a daughter now, but also about the fact that maybe inside of one of these rooms you have the perfect life, and in fact you're the perfect version of yourself, you love your life here but you don't remember it. Meaning, you know, maybe in fact in one of these scenes, you know, with me, you're in fact living your best life and that's what you want to be, you want to stay here and all. Like, it's so awful. I have the impression that she's not the only one, she's not the only Gemma. You know, like that right there, maybe they are keeping several women, abusing several women, I want to say. We have 4 guys and a superior who are keeping an eye on her and for me on other girls who are going into these rooms, who are doing these experiences, but they are keeping an eye on Mark and the job that he does, the Cold Harbor job. It's one of the rooms that I don't get it. For him, the Cold Harbor job is to put numbers into a box. But for me already, I think that it's a game, it's fake. But right there, you're seeing that the Cold Harbor job, it's a room, in fact. We know now what is happening into this room, so how can it be? And for you, it's important that it's Mark who is making that job related to one of the rooms in which his wife is getting abused. I don't get it. Again, if I'm trying to put the facts, what was said, trying to not make theories around that and to not let my emotions, take all of the place, I had the impression that they told her, if you're doing all of these rooms, at the end, it's done, you know. Once you're doing all of the rooms, it's the end. And she mentioned that the Cold Harbor room just appeared. Like it's the final room. She said, am I gonna see Mark after that? They didn't respond yes, they responded, what you're gonna do, it's gonna be good for Mark. They're never gonna let her out, for sure. But I don't understand the Cold Harbor situation, the final room, and I have the impression that it's wrong, no matter what, she's never gonna get out, and all of that, of what is happening here. I'm not even sure that there is something meaningful behind it, because my impression of all of that, it's just the fact that they are abusing a woman again and again. And not for experiences or anything like that, just because they are assholes, psychotic, pervert guys abusing women. Freely and really using the severance situation at their advantage. Like we have outside, and we already know it, guys using also the severed things, against women for their advantage. We had that example, with the senator's wife. I don't know if that thing about the senator's wife, I already told you my theory about it. I had the impression by reading comments on my videos that you guys, you think that the senator's wife used the severance experience to get free, of the birth moment, like the OG senator's wife, she has the regular life, and the worky senator's wife, she has the babies. Me, I don't think so. I think that it's the contrary. I think that a guy who has power and all can have a way, you know, in fact, to keep his OG's wife, you know, his real wife, I don't know how to say it, in control. You inside of our house, but outside I need someone that I can control, meaning that I need someone who didn't have a life previously, who knows only me and who is only gonna obey to me. So for me, in fact, into that situation with the senator's wife, she's herself, you know, OG, outy version, in fact, inside of her home, and outside of her home, she's the worky version, the newborn version. I don't know how to say it. That's my theory about the senator's wife. I had the impression that you guys, you have a totally different interpretation. Like, no, in fact, it's just the senator's wife who doesn't want to feel the pain of giving birth, so that's why she got severed for this moment. Me, that's not what I think. Me, I think that the senator did that because he's a man of power and he needs a wife who can obey to him just like that, and the severed thing, you know, can be a good thing for that. And after that, you know, he has a way to threaten the worky version, the one outside who is making the representation outside and all, like, you don't want to become the innie version. Do you understand what I mean? That's what I think. So that's why I'm saying that, in fact, maybe since the beginning, all of that thing, it's just about abusing women. Like, guys with power abusing women. Whether with Gemma and others, outside the senator's wife and others. But I don't understand, because the severed floor, the jobs that they do, the refinement thing, I don't understand. And all of the other rooms, you know, OMD, you can say that they are just management, you know, the thing for resources, but the goat place and other rooms like that, like... And really, I feel so sad, so sorry, so mad for Gemma. And there is a part of me who feels also so sorry, because during the first season, because of how her character was written and presented to us, for sure she was a little funny, we were mocking her a little, but now discovering all of that about her, I feel so sorry that we mocked her, and even more because in fact, when she was Mrs. Casey, she said it and she admitted it herself, that was the best moments in fact that she had in her actual life when she was Mrs. Casey, because she was not getting abused like that, like she can be when she's into the other floor. And when she's into the other floor, she's Gemma out of the rooms, but inside of the rooms, she's not Gemma. But is she Mrs. Casey or is she another entity? I'm so sorry that we mocked Mrs. Casey, and I understand so much now that, yes, when she was Mrs. Casey with MTR and other moments like that, in fact, she was living her best moments. I have really that impression that they promised her something at the beginning of all of that. Like, if you're accepting to stay with us, we're gonna give you a way to have a baby or something like that. And she said it herself, she implied it herself, she was doing all of that for Mark, to see Mark at the end. Oh, that was a particular episode for how it was written. For sure, you know, the mix between the memories and the present time. The fact that we were with Gemma as someone that in fact we never met truly, and we discovered all of that about her into the past and the present time. And that was heavy. That was really an heavy episode. That was difficult to watch. I tried my best during this review to try to stay with the facts and all, but I think that you understood what I think of the situation, and maybe I'm totally wrong, maybe it's just experiences made on her, but made by the same guy against her will, because she clearly said no, that she was tired, that she couldn't handle them anymore, that she needed a break and all. So when a guy is playing that much with her, choosing her costumes, choosing the situations against her will, against everything, she's getting abused. Since how long? It's hard. Okay guys, I'm gonna stop this review. I need to. It's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Crazy.